Okay, they tell me that the broadcast is live, and this looks different than the other day. The other day I was looking at myself and I could see myself. So I'm going to proceed. I do not know whether you're going to be able to see my face when this is ultimately recorded, but this is just part of the learning process. I'm Charlie Hicks-Moore, and I'm here to help you create more income. Or if you have ideas that will help people create more income, if you saw my first video, you will know that I know a guy who had garage sales for a couple of years to make a living, made about $3,000 a month. So that is one way. One of the things that you want to do, no matter what it is you choose, is talk it up. When I was in the store the other day, I was in Vaughn's in line and I asked somebody about if they thought this was a good idea, and it started a conversation with her and the cashier. And so you can get good ideas that way. I had not realized that there are more people out there doing what my neighbor said that he did, which is have garage sales to make money. So that is one way. Again, what you want to do is talk it up, whatever your idea is, whatever it is you're pursuing. Now, another way that you can make money, this is really more of a long run sort of thing, is if you have some talent or think you have some talent as a writer, you can self publish. I just recently found a gentleman by the name of Von Hepner, and he wrote a book called The Lost Starship, which is science fiction, something that I enjoy. But he actually writes in several genres, and it's all self published, and he's very good and he makes a living at this. So that is not something that makes you money tomorrow, but you can follow his example. Von Hepner, The Lost Starship, is a book you might want to start with. And then after you can see how to spell his name, you can Google him and find out more. Now, for my friends outside the USA, one of the things that occurred to me that I have not shared because I can no longer do it in the USA is you can play in free tournaments, poker tournaments, on a website called Poker Stars. Understand that I'm not talking about spending any money. If you think you have some skill or you think you'd like to learn, you can play free tournaments. And some of those free tournaments give quite nice prizes. In 2008, when you could still play in the USA, I entered a free tournament and it was two stages. You had to be in the top 18 people in the first stage, and there were 10,000 people. Now, granted, I understand that's a tall order, but it cost me nothing except my time. So I won the first stage by being in the top 18, and I got to go to the second stage. In the second stage, I won. There were about 1,300 and some people, and you had to come in first to win, and I won. So what did I win in 2008? December of 2008, I won an entry into a $10,000 tournament in the Bahamas. It's the PCA. I believe it's called Poker Stars Caribbean Adventure. I also won money for um, travel and money for the hotel and food. Now, we had to go get a passport because we didn't have one of those, but it was free. We can no longer do this in the United States, but there are many countries outside the United States where you can do this. So it's pokerstars.com. You can check that out if you're outside of the United States. You can play for free in the United States, but you can't win anything. Uh, but outside the United States, you can win dollars and then, of course, something quite substantial like I won, which was a $10,000 seat in an expensive tournament in the Bahamas. And I did not win in the Bahamas, but I had a great time. My wife and I had a great time. And at the end of the trip, I think I gave the hotel something like $2.49 or $3.49 because that's what we owed them at the end of the stay. So that was pretty darn cool and very exciting. And it is, as far as I know, it still goes on. It's just that it's not available in the United States. I'm sure there are other countries around the world that are not allowed to play poker online, but there are quite a number of them. I would estimate that there are probably 50 countries or more where you can play poker online. And so that is something for those of you that live outside the United States that you can check out. You can also, um, if it's just something that you want to do for fun, that's great. But at the same time, you could have quite a substantial return for your time. And that's it for today. I'm trying to figure out the technical difficulties here. I don't know if you see my face, but I'm not seeing my face on my computer. So I'm assuming that this is all audio today. Vaughn Hepner is the guy that I recommended. Again, his book is called The Lost Starship. He has many more, but that's the one that comes to mind. And so check that out. Check out Poker Stars outside the United States. And come on back again. I'm sure that we'll figure this out. And you'll be seeing my face again soon. Have a great day. Bye now.